Hello everyone, you are welcome to this tutorial on how to cover a cake without piping it. A lot of time people have problem with how to write on a cake, but I have a solution for you. Even how to smoothen your cake with a spatula, just the way I'm doing it now, it's kind of difficult. So what I did is that I've already mixed my butter and icing sugar. It's a size 10 inches cake. Butter is 250 grams and 500 grams of icing sugar is what I mixed together to cover size 10 inches. Well, some of you might say, wow, that might be too small for size 10 inches for a deep pan, but that is not in this case. That's what I use. You will see the way everything turns out at the end of the day. Now I already start doing my crumb coating, called the crumb coating. I have to coat it once. I don't want to do it twice. Like you coat first one, keep inside free to stick and bring it out again and let it dry, start coating. Some of us don't have that time because somehow we are busy, we have other things to do. So we have to be packing a big chunk of layer so that the crumb doesn't come to the surface at all. You have to be packing with your spatula. My cake mix, my mixture, my butter icing is in a bowl by the side of the video. I will still reveal it, but let me just continue. Now after finish that, this is where it happens. I have a plastic. You can use an old ATM plastic, old one, wash it very well. Then this is another one that is plain white. Look at the technique I'm going to be using. After already doing the compoting with the thick layer, I need to smoothen it out. Like, I'm not good at using spatula. Some of you are very good, but look at what I have devised, a maze. You can look for something else to have a sharp edge like that. I have to be packing it gradually. So, and I have it on a revolver. So just watch gently how I'm able to use this my own cake spreader, like ATM card, to smoothen the cake. You can see what it look like. This is what sometimes it take forever. Sometimes and be careful your pressure. Don't put too much pressure on the cake so that you don't start packing back your inside the bowl. Look at the icing that with the bowl I mix it into. Don't put too much pressure. When you are doing it, make sure your hand is on the surface and all that. And revolver, you need a revolver to do this because at the time you need to be moving on a circular motion. Look at the top parts and all that. First, of course, we have a lot of people that they are very nervous when you come to butter icing. They kind of like, oh, they can bake very well, but when it comes to the hand being consistent over holding spatula and smoothing the cake, it can really be tough. I can tell you that. But with this method, you can use your old ATM card in the case you don't have this plain one. But please wash it very, very well for hygienic purpose, and then smoothing it out. All you need to do, just look at my technique. I already started. I want to now start dressing the edge after doing the body. I want to start dressing the top, and then I keep going on a circular motion, keep packing back into my bowl. I have to show you the part of the bowl so that you don't like wonder where is this butter coming out and where are they going to. So I have to start smoothing it. Everything has to continue to go in a circular motion, because if you don't do that, you are not going to get the normal smoothing. So as I do on the surface, it will be coming out. You know, my plastic is short, it's not long. Sometimes even if you have a wider plastic edge, a straight edge, a wider one, it can work, but let it be wide enough that you can be able to hold. I don't know whether a ruler can do it very well, because ruler is kind of short by the time you're going to hold it diagonally. But look at what I'm able to achieve. And be careful of some your plastic getting pressed into the butter icing. So just do your smoothing. You don't need to be totally 100% smooth, but just as much as you can. Try to, as much as you can, smoothing it out as much. Then after doing that, now what I have to do is that I'm not leaving it like this. I have to look for cake comb. The word called cake comb. Cake comb is one with a zigzag mouth. Then before even using my cake comb, I had to clean the excess stains on my board. That is very important before I use the cake comb in my dressing. You can see that, of course, not as if it's looking so nice, so smooth, but you can also coat it so smoothly. but just watch what happens. Cake comb will help you dress the remaining one. But let me just clean the bottom of my cake, the bottom and the board. I don't want it to be looking, I want to be looking nice. So after cleaning it with a tissue or kitchen towel and all that, clean very well as much as you can. Make sure you don't push your tissue also inside the mixture, your butter icing. Now after, you then look at my cake. There are different mouth. There are thicker mouth, thinner mouth. So I use a tiny mouth to now run it out so that it will hide all those parts that is not looking smooth. By the time you comb it like that, the comb might making it to have this kind of little bit rough look. But the rough look now is more of the comb type of look. It's not the your smoothing. And they have to do the other part too, right round, and then some parts the comb might have skipped. After the comb may have skipped when I'm doing the circular motion, trying to get the whole part to be combed out. So I have to be going around again, putting my comb, bending it maybe at 45 angle degree to make sure everywhere is well touched. Now I want to start. Now I think I've already done the combing and all that. So, but if you are not satisfied, you can as well go ahead. Now I want to decorate. This is the part I'm talking about. You know, you have to pipe, then start piping, mix your piping, and then start you have to start to worry about what to write. But now I already have some few things we want to use to decorate. Fair, no piping, just as you say, some biscuits, some sweet biscuits, and of course lollipop. I have some lollipop around here. So I've already done my printouts. I just went to somewhere somebody should design an happy birthday for me with the celebrant picture. So that has saved me the problem of printing, writing the name and all that. So I just asked a designer, but I'm the one that designed it myself, since I can work with some software like that. If you can do that by yourself, fine, but you have to go and look for a printer where you can print it out. So I have to pay a printer to print out my design. So the first thing I have to do is to place the circle. Of course, let me just put it at an angle we can see very well. Of course, I've already done my measurement. 5 inches circle is what I have here. I'm having 10 inches cake. The top of the cake is 10 inches. So I have 5 inches circle so that I can have another 5 inches to work on all around. This is M&M Smarties. So I just have to set it all around the picture. As you can see, I decided to choose the colors. Of course, you can use Smarties too, those ones, but anything that has to do with this shape it's very fine. So I have to set it color by color, as you can see, to save time, just to show even the remaining space. When I run out of color, I just have to choose one random color and place the remaining one there. That's the first step. I hope you are following this project. No piping because I did it especially people that cannot really pipe. So especially for a birthday, it could be an adult birthday too, but it depends on the kind of choice of your biscuit or to use. Now I have to do something like a clock form first. 12, like where the 12 will be, 6 will be the top of the lady's picture and the bottom. Then I did left and right, which is like 9 and 3. That's like 3. The other part is like 9. Just do like a clock form and make sure it's equal, like a clock form that way. That to make it easy, fine. Of course, I don't have much variety of color. I now have to now share the space in between those spaces. I have to share and put it in between my drop. I drop those ones, then put the remaining 2, meaning that I'm going to use only 8. Yes, observe the position. I'm trying to bring it out from the wrap. Look at this way, and the last one the other way. So by doing this, you will notice that I have already shared the space. Now the next thing I want to do is that I already have some candies, some red candies, some sweets. So I'm going to cut them out into a bowl. I'll cut them out quickly. Then I will set them on the edges also. You know, most of the time when you bake, when you are piping the cake, mostly we pipe edges and the bottom, and that's our target. Of course, maybe in the middle anyway, but edges and the bottom are the important part of cake piping. So I've already cut some quantity candies. It could be any color, it could be any depending on what you have in your area. So now what I've noticed that I think I was able to fix 3 into each space. And because it's butter icing, once you place it, just press it in, it will sink, but don't press it too much. Keep pressing. That 3 has gone there. I have to look for the next space to fix the next 3. You can adjust if it's trying to maybe kind of small, maybe because you didn't position your hand very well. Try and do some little shifting, but be careful. Then this is how I have to set the whole thing, and be careful so I don't start dropping them where you don't want them to be. Yes, I already finished setting. The last one I have to adjust, push that inside to make sure it accommodates the edges. So whatever you are using, the size determines how we are going to set it all around the edges. You can even use the lollipop stick to do all the sets instead of candy. Then the next thing I will want to work on is the bottom. Now I have some biscuits here, some round chocolates, biscuits, like they are brown, and they are about 2 sizes. There's one bigger one. You can use big one all through. You can use this little small one all through. So I have circle one, even with like a ring. It has opening in the middle. It's like a ring and some pattern on the top. Okay, I want to start with this one first. I want to do the same way I did with setting the lollipop in the clock format. Now I have to start with the ladies. I have to turn the cake at an angle. I put the one on the head first, where I have the first red lollipop. I have to go to the bottom again, like the 6, just like 12, 6. After then I have to do like 9, then go to the other part and then place 3. That will help you to centralize your patterns, your design. So we haven't done make sure the pattern is directly opposite each one. Now I have to now start setting the other biscuit in between the space I have in between. Look at now, in between. So I have to flip in between. But if you don't want to do in between, you can set it one by one, one after the other, depending on your calculation. So after having that in between, that means I must have also used 8 also of big ones. So after finding out that sure the bottom has to still be covered than this, so I have to resolve to get the smaller one, a smaller biscuit. It's chocolate biscuit also, but it's a darker color, which is smaller. So it will enable me to fix it in between those spaces. Even though the big one can still be accommodated, but I just want something that is kind of different, that you can give it different styles like that. So that's another one. So you will see me fixing those biscuits and observing something, making sure that you're pasting your biscuits. The space you have accommodates your biscuits. You just have to. I don't know. You have to do your calculation very well. Don't just start pasting and realize that it's not going to accommodate them. You just have, because I already done my calculation. I knew that definitely with the years of experience of setting it like this, chances are that I will have to get it right, which you're just seeing now. You can see that there's some small space around, but I have to just manage them like that. Look, this is how you can get your cake done without piping. Isn't it looking amazing, beautiful? Wow. So you now look like a pro, like wow. Sure, sometimes somebody might say, but this is more like children kind of. If it's adults, you think of whatever adults, what adult can take. Well, the cake is for someone in her 20s. I think it's about in her mid 20s. So I'm sure she likes it and all that. So this is a cake box that I made. Maybe in the next time I'll do a tutorial on how to make cake boxes of different sizes. But for now, let's look at how the cake will fit inside our box. Wow. Now they're ready for delivery. It's a customized cake box, which the name of the person, Juliana, is involved. So it's a customized cake box for her to be delivered on her birthday. Wow, amazingly beautiful. Let me put this on a rotating board again on my revolver and spin it around in a slow motion. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be coming up with other making tips and other kind of decoration for cakes and cake boxes and other things. Thank you and comment. Bye.